Welcome to the Tech Matchmaker, the show where contact center challenges meet their perfect tech match. I'm your host, Gina Gibson, and in just 15 minutes, we serve up the smartest, coolest innovations shaking up the contact center industry. Whether you're searching for your next solution or just love staying ahead of the curve, we've got the insights to keep you in the know. Let's dive in and discover what's next. I promise you, it's going to be fun. Hello, everyone. Today we are chatting with Tyler Dixon, who is the SVP of Customer Growth at LivePro. And we're going to be chatting with Tyler about knowledge management systems. So welcome, Tyler. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much, Gina. Pleasure to be here.
And can you, Tyler, tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe one thing about you that's not on LinkedIn?
Excellent. Yeah. So about myself, been in the contact center space kind of by accident. So happy to be here and been here for about 12 to 15 years now. Now I don't know what else to do besides be in the contact center space. So I've done everything from workforce management, quality assurance, looking now in knowledge management, which I really think is a big up and coming space, especially with the evolution of AI. Something that's not on LinkedIn. Let's go with... I always like to bring my wife into things because she's the better half of me, but my wife is a golf pro. So that's pretty interesting that not many people know that. So she can take me to the course and beat me every single time.
Excellent. And has your handicap improved since you've been married?
It was improving until I had kids, and then you don't have any time for anything anymore.
Excellent. Excellent. And Tyler, for folks that haven't heard of LivePro yet, can you give us a little overview about what you do and kind of what problem in the space that you're here to help solve?
Yeah, so LivePro has actually been around for over 25 years now. So we are an Australian-based company, and we specialize and only utilize knowledge management. So it's something that, the knowledge space is something that's a part of a lot of tech stacks, but it has just the, framework around what knowledge can be, right? So we specialize in giving answers to customers through any channel, through any device to make sure that not only the customers get answers, also the agents get the answers at their fingertips so they can provide that elite customer experience that every company is desired to have. So it's all about finding the right formula for the agents and for the customers to really establish that connection. And also with the boom in AI, it's taking that feature and supplying it with the right information to give you answers in the AI space. So it's a powerful thing in our industry right now that's kind of changing, but the backbone of everything is a good knowledge-based system.
Absolutely. And there are a few knowledge-based platforms out there. Talk to us a little bit about what sets LivePro apart from your competition.
Yeah, I think the first part is, to clarify the competition, right? So if you're talking about just a regular knowledge base, they won't have the features of what a system utilizes that specializes in knowledge management. So knowledge management is really not all knowledge is equal. So it's all different types of knowledge that can be built into a system. So we have different things such as a Rocket, which is a decision-making tool. We have work instructions that are your step-by-step procedures in the system. We have document notes that are laid out just like documents, but we also can upload and meet the customer where they are on their journey. So if they have documents that need to be uploaded and be able to be searched, you can upload them in that system. But you can also, structure it so it's more uniform for your agents and making sure it's easy to do. But the other thing that really sets us apart is our permissioning and control, right? So making that single source of truth in the system. So, having that governance that only agents can see what they're allowed to see in this. If they have too much information, they don't know how to search, they don't know how to govern it. It's going to be more like a SharePoint site where it's the wild, wild west out there and they're trying to find documents anywhere and everywhere. So we try to make it streamlined and easy to utilize, but also making sure the governance and the single source of truth is behind it.
And that kind of speaks into your platform's promise of the right answer fast, right?
Correct.
I think it really speaks to that. How do you deliver on that promise of the right answer fast, especially under the pressure of, in a live customer interaction?
Yeah, so we have an algorithm and a thing that, gives a confidence score for every single question or search done in the system. So what we're doing is going through not only just the body of the document, but also, putting in how many times it searched for it, back in where it's at, in the titles and making sure that the questions being asked is going to be answered in the best confidence that the system has. So it is the same saying out there that garbage in, garbage out. So it does have to be structured in a way of putting knowledge into the system. So we have a lot of customers that come up that rewrite their knowledge from day one, all of it over. Other ones import stuff and learn from the system based on reporting and metrics how to get that knowledge to the best of the ability. So it really is a balanced approach of letting the system utilize its strengths to give you the right answer, but also us teaching you best practices of how to write those answers so then the correct knowledge comes up for those agents every single time.
Excellent. And with AI everywhere, and you alerted to it a little bit earlier, how do you ensure that your product stays innovative and ahead of the industry trends, right? Like, how are you staying up to date with AI, or what are you doing within the product that's going to help the agents get that information?
Yeah, that's a great question, because AI is the big buzzword, right? I mean, you go to any conference or you go to any webcast or anything like that, you hear AI. And what we do and what we strive ourselves on is to make sure our customers are guiding us into the journeys down the AI road and other features in our system. So we listen to our customers first and create a roadmap based off of that. We have pipe dreams out there for our roadmap that really, having Alexa be able to bring back answers from LivePro is a pipe dream of our CEO, but it's also, meeting the customers where they're at for each different project on the AI, because as I mentioned earlier, it is the truth that is based into the AI. So if you don't want the hallucinations and you want it to be governed, you have to supply it with the correct information and make sure it's only pulling information from your single source of truth, which we hope is LivePro.
Absolutely. And Tyler, share with us one of your favorite customer success stories about how they implemented LivePro and then what real world impact it had on their environment.
Yeah, we have a financial company in the United States, Atlanticus, that's really impactful, right? So they have BPOs across the world and they have to implement LivePro across it. And one thing that we do with our customers, we go on site and really understand their needs and walk them through the training and handhold them through every step of the process. So we try to make it a fun, interactive session, and not only for the people supplying the knowledge, but for the agents themselves. So we do things like naming the system. So they don't know LivePro as LivePro. They know LivePro as Crosby. And Crosby is named after the service dog in the organization of one of the owners. So, I mean, it's things like that that can make it impactful. I mean, one of their feel-good stories about that, we went back on site after we implemented and asked them, what do you think of the tool? And they said, finally, our management gave us a tool that we can actually utilize, because it is that impactful. They're in there every day. They're searching for answers, and no longer going up the chain or expressing in teams that, hey, what is this answer? How can I help this person? Or moving them on to the next thing. Our goal is to make sure that every answer that's asked by a customer can be answered by any agent in the system, right? Because it's as easy as writing the question into the search bar and finding the right answer, pulling from the system. So I think that's a great impactful story. I mean, you have the ROIs there too with the AHT reducing and of those type of things. But I think, getting the agents to buy in, that's the key of a system.
Absolutely. And you hit on kind of a couple of things there. So when you said any agent, so that could be an AI agent even, right? That can be accessing your knowledge base. And then you mentioned AHT. What are some of the other KPIs that you'll see that customers could possibly see a benefit in their contact center from the ROI perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the number one thing is that training time, right? So no longer are they getting trained how to look through SharePoints or how to go through this document or scan through this. It's really as simple as I said, search the question or answer the question and put it in the search bar, and it should come up with the right answer from it. And utilizing our Gen AI overview feature, we can have that answer supplied to them instantly, so they don't have to go to a document. It's actually, reading word for word what the document supplied to them, and they can answer that question fast. So it's really, training times get reduced, agent buy-in gets, there. Also governance is there, right? So understanding, those quality scores will go up because they're no longer having to, find answers or guessing on answers. They actually want to use the system and actually want to search for an answer because they know it's going to be right. A lot of times before knowledge systems they're searching all of these other things, and they don't even want to go look for those things because they know it's not going to be right, or they can't find it and it's too much of a struggle. It's easy, it's simple, it's fast, and it's helping them create the metrics that they want to achieve on an agent level as well.
Excellent. And are there any other emerging trends that you're seeing in the industry right now? I know AI, like you said, it's every conference, it's every webinar, it's everywhere. But is there anything else emerging that you guys are particularly excited for or preparing for?
Yeah, I think one of our latest features and big things is Lunar, which is our voice bot. So, I mean, we've been with chatbots, and you mentioned earlier, we've done chatbots for a long time, but we're feeding chatbots a lot with the knowledge thing. We actually released a voice bot for those after-hour calls or those general questions throughout, so they can deflect calls from the agents themselves. So, supplying a voice bot with the actual power of the knowledge behind it lets them answer the questions even more efficient than an agent can do it. So we know there's still complex questions out there that they want to talk to an agent, and there's still roles for that. But it's also going back into saying, hey, let's take away some of these simpler questions. Let's make sure that those are easy. Hours of operations or local facilities. We see this in the medical space space or retail space, those questions can be answered pretty easily from a voice bot. And we have a Luna that makes that a simple process.
Excellent. And Tyler, can you just, for the customers that are listening and kind of wondering, okay, well, I'm on this platform or that platform, can you talk about how you integrate with the different CCaaS platforms or different AI platforms and how you all play well together?
Yeah, absolutely. We can integrate with anything that lets us in. So our open API structure allows us really to connect with it. We have some out-of-the-box integrations from the CCaaS providers, so Genesys, NICE, and those. But we also have connections with CRMs as well, Salesforce, Dynamics. So knowledge can really live inside your CRM. It can live inside a phone system. It can live inside a chat system. So, with our open structure, we work with the customer to figure out where they want the knowledge to live. It can be on our own platform, a web browser, so it's always up and always there, or it can be integrated in an iframe format on these other platforms as well. So we really want knowledge to be delivered in any device and be accessible through any device as well.
Excellent. And I've always been a fan of James Lipton. So to wrap up our podcast every time, we do a quick few rapid fire questions. So what is your favorite question? What is your favorite word?
Favorite word? Tyler, because it drives me attention.
Perfect. What is your least favorite word?
Stop. Probably doing something wrong.
Most.
I think excites me the most is just where we're at as an industry right now. I think we're really trying to emerge not only from LivePro, but from a contact center and CX perspective. I think it's getting more eyes and ears every single day, and that's exciting to see that we're always ebbing and flowing, but I think the trajectory is really strong right now.
Tyler, if somebody wants more information on using LivePro or getting a demo or anything like that, who should they reach out to?
Yeah, I can reach out to you, Gina, at Think Forward, and also you can come to LivePro directly as well. We're happy to help you and through the process and get you to learn more about knowledge management and how it can help your organization.
Tyler, thank you so much for coming on today. Really appreciate it. I think it was really great to learn about how the knowledge base is still required and even more so with the implementation of AI. So thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk to everybody soon.
Absolutely. Appreciate you having us on. Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us on the Tech Matchmaker. I hope today's spotlight sparks some fresh ideas and real solutions for your contact center. Want to dive deeper into the tech we featured? Hit up the show notes for all the links and extras, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if there's a challenge you want us to tackle, don't be shy, reach out. I'll catch you soon with more innovation, more use cases, and more ways to keep your business moving forward. Stay curious, stay bold, and keep exploring what's next.